Hello, this is a video explaining how to play Renegades. I'm going to start by going through the different parts and levels that there are, from very easy beginner parts to more advanced parts. Then I'm going to explain how we're going to put them together to an arrangement, and then I will play through and kind of talk you through what happens at which part. So, if you are new to guitar playing, or you haven't had very long with this song, or it's been a while since you looked at your chords, you can play the chords of E minor, G, D and C with a capo at the 7th fret. Just like this. So, in the context of the song, that's going to sound like run away with me, na 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 na, na na na, lost souls in revelry, na 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 na, na na na. And you can play that most of the way through, apart from one little section where we're going to have a drop and you'll come back in. So, but for the whole of the first verse, first chorus, second verse, second chorus, you can just play that. You can also play a similar part at the 2nd fret with slightly different chords. Only go for this one if your F chord is strong. That's going to be A minor, C, G, and F. That's going to sound like this. Run away with me, na 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 na, na 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 na. Lost souls in revelry, lost souls in revelry, na 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 na, na na na. You can play that all the way through verse 1, chorus 1, verse 2, chorus 2. Then you're going to stop the little dropout. Then you're going to come back in. That will work great. For both of those chord parts, you can also put some more strumming in, but only do this if you feel really comfortable with the chords. And there are 2 options for that. The first option is just 2 downstrokes, and that will be run away with me. 2 kids, lost souls in revelry. So that will sound great. Same thing applies. You can play that all the way through the first 2 verses and choruses until the drop. If you feel really comfortable with the chords, you can put in a bit more strumming. That's going to be down, down, miss, up, down, 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 miss, up, down. And that will sound like this. Run away, 1, 2, 3, 4. Run away with me, na 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 na. Lost souls in revelry, na 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 na. 2 kids, you and me, na na na. So only do that one if you feel really comfortable with strumming and chord playing, because it's pretty fast. You won't have much time to get to the next chord, and you might kind of get thrown off the rhythm, and that's the one thing you would want to avoid in an ensemble, is playing something different to the other people. So if you're going to play that one, make sure that you practice playing the same thing slightly quieter in the verse and the chorus. So we want to be able to control the dynamic a bit, so you might be run away with me, and leave yourself with some volume headroom to go up in the chorus. So you've got somewhere to go. Typically, if you're not sure how to do that, it's just going to be about striking the strings a little bit more light. So, those are the chord parts. They all sound great. There's also that cool fingerstyle riff, and the music for that is below, but essentially, if you're playing the A minor, C, G, F chords, how that works is that you're going to have one finger on string 2, one finger on string 3, and your pick or your thumb articulating the lowest note of the chord, and it's going to be root note, string 2, root note, string 3, root note, string 2, root note, string 3, root note, string 2, root note, string 3, root note, string 2, root note, string 3. So when that's at speed, it's going to sound like this. Run away with me, lost souls in revelry. That will sound cool. That goes most of the way through the song. So if you're practicing that one, always play really, really slowly. Don't go at your top speed, because if you're going as fast as you can, your hand will be tense, and it's harder to play fluently and sound rhythmic and make it sound great when your hand is tense. So that's another good part. Then there are some lead guitar parts. We've got this riff in B minor pentatonic, and that comes in after the 2nd chorus. There's a drop. So I'll talk you through exactly where that comes in, but I'm just going to show you right now. If you know that you're not going to be playing this lead part because you're going to be playing one of the chord parts, you can fast forward onto the bit where we go through the whole arrangement. So that riff goes like this, and I'll sing where it would fit over the chords, and then I'll show you how to play it. Da-dum, bum, da-da-da, da-da-dum, da-dum, dum. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Like that. And it's played by sort of a string type cello sound on the original. And in B minor pentatonic, it's just going to be on string 4, 7, 9, 7. And then the way that I think it sounds good phrased is to slide from 9 to 11 back to 9. So hammer on, pick, slide, pick, and then pick again, and then this time bend. Add a little vibrato there. So that's another nice part, and that can go pretty much all the way through from the breakdown section to the end. There's a little harmony riff, which we're going to put in as well. If you are wanting to add any extra texture, there is going to be a place where we can have fills, and you can definitely do things based on the key of the song, which is B minor. So you could have a B minor, D, A, G type arpeggio thing going on, or something like that. That would be fine. It would add texture. You could also do some kind of an arpeggio. That kind of a thing. That would be fine. And then that will probably sound pretty good when we've got those parts going together. In fact, it will sound good. The other thing that we can bring in is some percussion. So there's a percussion part in the track that's on the and of 3 and the and of 1. So it goes 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So we might have some of that going at some point. It's very effective when there's a big ensemble. So what I'm going to do now is play the song from the top, and I'm going to just talk you through where different parts are going to be, and then I'll try and record you a little version where it just goes from the beginning to the end and you can hear what's happening. So the first 2 times around the chords, it's only the fingerstyle riff for the intro, and that's going to be... and the drum comes in, and that's going to be run away with me. So chords are happening now. Lost souls in revelry, and they're like this. The kid running free. 2 kids, you and me. They have the chorus. I said, hey, 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 living like we're renegades. Hey, hey. Lower dynamic for the verse 2, and it goes long live the pioneers, rebels and mutineers, go forth and have no fear, come close and lend an ear. And then if I'd be playing the chords at that point, I'd be going long live the pioneers, rebels and mutineers, and so on. And then we would get to the second chorus, and the dynamic goes up a little bit. At this point, we'll have some people playing fingerstyle riff all the way through, some people playing chords all the way through. It's also possible, if you're playing the fingerstyle riff, to swap to the chords for the verse to make the dynamic go up a bit. If you're playing chords all the way through, we want a little bit more volume during the chorus. So make sure you practice increasing the volume of your strumming and decreasing it, so that you can be a little bit quieter in the verse, and you've left yourself somewhere to go in the chorus. So Chorus 2, same thing. And I said, hey, 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 living like we're renegades. Hey, 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 living like we're renegades. 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 And now we're all going to have a drop. So at this point, after the second chorus, we're going to drop right down, and all we're going to hear is the fingerstyle riff. If you are playing chords, you're either going to drop out, or if you already practice this, you can do a little, you can arpeggiate your chord a little bit, but safest to drop out if you haven't already practiced that with me. So in that drop section, what's going to happen is we'll have been rattling along, singing, playing, chorus, and then, whoa, dynamic impact, drop. And we're going to then slowly build it up again, up to the point where it goes to all hail the underdogs, and that bit. So how we're going to do that, this part is going to be going along all the way through. And then we're going to bring in that B minor, down, because there's only one of me, I'm going to hum that part. So we'll have that part, and that'll happen twice by itself, and then we're going to come in back in, after it's happened twice, we're going to come back in with either one chord strum or two chord strums, depending which part you're playing, for another 2, and then it'll be full chord strums for a further 2. So we'll be playing that B minor riff 6 times altogether, twice by itself, twice with a harmony riff, and then twice with... And the point of that is we want to build it up again, so that there's another little drop into when the vocals come in. So this is for drama. So we've got first time, second time, chords come in, still going on, but now we've dropped into that little other section with the vocals, and the first 4 lines we're just doing just with 2 stabs, whatever, or 1 stab, and then we're going to hear the riff at the end of the line, so it'll be like all hail the underdogs, do do do, all hail the Renegades, do do, and then it'll be this nice interplay between the vocals and the guitars, and that's also the point where other fills can come in. From any other lead guitar in B minor. And then basically from that, after we've done the first 4 lines up to the Spielbergs and Kubricks, then it's our time to make a move. Now we're like going for it, all the chords are coming back in, and from there on we're just like barreling with high energy towards the end. So it's our time to make a move. It's our time to make amends, as much singing as possible. It's our time to break the rules. Let's begin. And then we're going to do the chorus a few times round. And I said, hey, 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 living like we're renegades. Hey, 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 living like we're renegades. Hey, 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 living like we're renegades. Hey, hey, full time, hey, 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 living like we're renegades. Renegades. We're going to do that 4 times round. 4th time, we go back to just 1 or 2 stabs, and we're all going to end at the same time, perfectly precisely. I'll try and cue you, be watching everyone that's around you to make sure that doesn't catch you by surprise. The impact of a large number of us all doing that, finishing at the same time, is going to be really cool and great. So also, as much singing as possible would be lovely. So hey hey heys, there's some cool backing vocals in the chorus that go hey hey